I am Miss Conversation Piece.
My name is Melissa Cottingham, and I am a girl on the grind.
Yes. Welcome, everybody. Give a hand clap in the comments to my homegirl, Melissa Cottingham. She is from Memphis, Tennessee. She's a private chef and the owner of Melnificent Wingz. And I've heard the rave reviews from all her celebrity clients, honey. And they say her wings are better than any wings they've ever had in life. So welcome to the show. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing lovely. Thank you for having me. I'm excited.
I'm excited too because I was, reading through, all the questions that I was asking you and just looking at your journey. And so I just want you to tell everybody how you ended up in LA from Memphis.
There's nothing in Memphis. I love my city. I always love my city. But when it comes to opportunity, I've always been adventurous and spontaneous. And I came out here to intern for a summer and I was like, okay, yeah, I'm moving to LA. So once I graduated from college, it was like, all right, I'm out of here. And I initially started in public relations, and then so I interned during that time, and then I transitioned into TV and film, and now it's all food.
So tell me about how you were able to navigate from all these different avenues. Mm-hmm. For one, you got to come out here to survive, right? So it's not like you just can pick up and leave. So tell me about how it was making the transition between each of those things and then getting to be at the place you are now doing your passion.
Well, the crazy part is, in Memphis, you're born with tough skin. You gotta hustle. You make it happen. You don't make no excuses, and you make it happen basically. So I have a major in mass communications with a public relations focus and a marketing minor, and so I started off in that. But I was like, this is not my passion. So then I was like, okay, I'm gonna get into TV and film, and I want to direct. I said I'm gonna be a director. Okay. I just told myself I'm gonna be a director.
From a director to a director in the kitchen.
Girl, exactly. So I just at the time I was a receptionist, and girl, I was using a printer. I printed off every position in the film and TV industry, homework, everything. Mm-hmm. And long story short, I was part of this Yahoo group, and I found out who the AD was on this what was the name of that film? It was awful, but anyway. So I found out who the ADs was. It was Think Like a Man 2, and it was in Vegas. And again, being a hustler from Memphis, so I was like, okay, I need this information. I need this contact information. Da 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 da. And
don't tell me you would cook for the movie now, did you?
No, I actually started off as a PA.
Okay.
So I got the contact information, and the guy hired me, but he was like, we already staffed, but I could do like 3 or 4 days out of the week. I didn't know anybody in Vegas. I drove down to Vegas. I slept in my car majority of the time, and what I would do, I would get there early, and I would shower in the trailer, and then probably should be telling the story.
So that right there, a lot of people are not willing to do. Some people are like, yeah, I want to make this money. Yeah, I want to be on set and all of that. But they're not necessarily going to take the initiative to sleep in their car or drive 4 hours or whatever they got to do, or move to a different city without family. So, you took a lot of giant steps to get to where you are. And even there was not your stopping point. That was just another avenue for you. Right. So just tell me about a time where you did want to give up.
I think when I was at the crossroads of trying to figure out what my passion was, because we might be good at some things and talented at certain things, but it wasn't. I was like, what am I supposed to be doing, Lord? I know I'm friends with everybody. I know I can cook. I know I can talk. But what is it that feeds my soul? And also, what is it that I can do where God can get the glory out of my life? So I really, really had to hone in on what that was. And I my mom passed in 2012, and I still have some of her stuff today. But I found her recipe books, and I was like, you know what? Because every time, like, my friends would buy a package of chicken and bring it to my house and be like, Mel, can you cook this? And I'd be like, yeah, go, let me go fry it up real quick. Or, you know, just cooking in general. And I was like, I'm supposed to be cooking.
And sometimes when you start a business, it's hard to get support, especially from people that you know. So tell me, who are some of your big supporters?
Look, my support system is amazing. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. Like, from, I don't want to name no names because I don't want to leave nobody out. I would invite my friends over to do like taste testings with my wing sauces.
Girl, I remember
I would dress them up in
I still want some. I mean, can I come pick some up when I know it's quarantine, but I want to come get some.
No contact delivery only, okay? But we can make that happen. But I would invite them over. I dress them up in aprons because I want them to make, you know, let them know that they're part of it too. And I would have them like write little reviews and everything like that about it, about which sauce that they liked and stuff like that. So they supported me there. Like, I've had monetary support. I've had people come to my dinners that I've just put together. People just like, even a lot of people that I don't even know, like just them knowing my journey and seeing my strength and just continuing to walk with me and just supporting me, whether it's words, whether it's monetary, whether it's showing up to my events, or just pushing me. Like, Mel, you know, girl, you better, you know, kind of.
Yeah, you need that. You need that a lot of times because it can get hard. You know, you can have some level of success where everybody love the wings, everybody love the food, but they don't want to pay, or they like, oh, well, girl, I brought the chicken and, you know, trying to get a deal.
Well, taking it to the business level, just, you have to really work the numbers. You got to know, you know, your margins for sure. And what you feel like you can make the most profit of, because you know how much everything costs. And, you know, you got to also include the labor. You got to include your time. You got to include your equipment. You got to include the pantry supplies. It's so much that, you know, putting a dinner entails that a lot of people are not aware of, especially even like a private dinner. Like, there's so much that goes into it. It's not just like, oh, I'm having 10 friends over. We want some steak. We want some lobster. How much it's going to cost? It's like, it's so much, you know, am I coming to your house? Am I bringing equipment? Of course, steak and lobster is more expensive than chicken and fish. So it's just like, it just depends when it comes to that. With Melnificent Wingz, just setting the price based on how much, of course, everything costs and what you're getting, you know, in that. Because I give a lot of food. Because we from Memphis, we like to eat.
Yes,
so
honey.
I'm not trying to nickel a dime. I ain't charging 75 cents for extra ranch. Like,
yeah.
Because I want people
to be
made
fed. With love.
Exactly. It's made with love. I want people to be fed. I want them to remember the food, you know. So I incorporate all of that when it comes to the planning process, and pricing, of course, when it comes to the product.
Being a Black woman in business, not just a woman, but Black woman, is there any kind of barriers there, or do you feel like, you know, sometimes men do not take you seriously in business? Have you ever experienced anything like that?
Well, not really, because I set the standard from up front. Whether you know me or not, you're going to know how I run my business. You want these wings. But it's just like, you just have to set the standard from the jump. You can't be friendly, even if it's with your friends. You know, you still have to, there's that line that you don't cross when it comes to the business. This is how it is. This is how I'm running it. And you have to stick with it no matter who it is, whether it's your friend, whether it's new clients, whether it's celebrity client. It should be the same for everybody, because those are the standards that you set in place, you know, for your business. So you have to stick by it.
A lot of people are not working right now. A lot of people are home cooking themselves. So how is this affecting your business?
It's actually gotten better, praise God.
Wow.
I initially had to shut down all orders because my purveyor, my supplier, they stopped selling whole wings because they only start doing like party wings, and I sell whole wings. So they would just save the ones that they have for like the larger restaurants and not give to the smaller businesses. So I'm like, well, what am I supposed to do? You know, so it was hard during that, because you know, it was weeks. No, it's actually a month where I couldn't do orders. And
yeah. So trying to improvise, like, is this the first time in your business that you've had to like think quick on your feet? Like, okay, what am I going to do now? I'm in the moment right now. I got a hard decision to make. Am I gonna still be selling wings, or am I gonna start selling chicken strips now, or you know what?
And you know, it was a hard decision because I didn't want to jeopardize what I'm known for, or I didn't want to jeopardize the quality. So I definitely, you know, I improvised. I found some chicken wings.
Well, I'm glad you're still thriving through this madness, girl, because everybody is trying to figure it out as we go along, including the higher ups out there. They pretty much switching it up every day, so we don't know what's happening. But hopefully we're going to get through this very, very soon. Being a businesswoman, I feel like sometimes can intimidate men, or sometimes you're too busy to focus on a relationship. You know, do you feel like ambition affects relationships? Because sometimes I feel like men want a businesswoman, but they might really want a woman that's at home having their babies. Because when it comes down to it, I was just watching Real Housewives of Atlanta, and Todd is married to Candy. She's very successful. And he was just like, you need to be home sometimes. And she's like, I'm out here trying to get a bag. I'm taking care of everybody. That's why I asked. You know,
no, I think it just depends on where the man is in their life, in their current moment. Because I've been told by my male friends that I'm very intimidating. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm not going to apologize for having my stuff together. You know, so it just takes a certain kind of man, you know, to deal with business women, but also it comes with balance too, you know, because I know, I saw the whole Candy situation. So it's about balance and, you know, not saying yes to everything, you know, still having time where you're there for your friends, still having time for the relationship, of course, you know, still having time for making that family and not being absent, you know, but dating, it just depends on the man.
Well, how about choosing to start a family? Do you feel like it's almost like a choice for business women or business-minded women that, okay, I have to sacrifice and put all into my business versus, you know, even if you are in a relationship and you want to have a baby, or do you feel like it just, you know, happens how it's supposed to happen? Because I feel like I had to make a lot of sacrifices in that area, and I do want to have a family and kids and stuff. But if I had kids right now, I wouldn't be able to do everything that I want to do.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, I'm like, for me, because we from the South, we family oriented people. Like, family is everything, like everything. And I do want to have a family. I want to do, you know, get married and have kids. When it comes to establishing the business, you know, once you've established the brand, it's there. If you need to take a break for the family to start that family, I'm going to take a break to start my family. I'm not, because that's just like, if you have like so many people stress out about their to-do lists and bills and stuff like that, like that's never going away.
Yeah, it's
never going away. But the time to have a family, especially with women, we got a clock. You know, it's like we need to focus on too. Not saying abandon the business, you know, or anything like that, but really knowing the priority in things and making time for family, because at the end of the day, you don't want to work yourself to death. Because like I've been there before where I've worked myself very, very hard and I wound up in a hospital.
What are some of the things that scared you when you were about to start your business? Because I know a lot of women, they might say, oh, I got kids, I can't give up my day job, or I can't move to LA, I can't leave my family. You know, what were some of the things that kind of scared you that you overcame?
Like, for me, it was just like, okay, are people gonna buy for me? You know, it's different if people like, you know, eating your food for free.
Yeah.
Or, you know, stuff like that. But it's like, can I make a living out of this? You know, can I leave my full-time job and make a living out of this? I think that was the most terrifying.
You made the decision. How long did it take for you to feel like you were on a good path on your way to, you know, being profitable and, you know, keeping it going?
The crazy part is, and I failed to think big in the beginning. And that's why I fought myself at. Because I was thinking, okay, if I do X amount of orders this week, and then this will cover this bill, you know, without thinking big. And that's what I should have did initially. Because when I started, it was like everybody and their mama was waiting for me to start cooking or something.
You know, that's the way the people are hard, honey. Women and men. I love
it. It was a blessing that it took off, really. But like, just believing in yourself, really believing in yourself, speaking is so important. The things that you want, the things that you envision, writing it out and making it plain is definitely important, because you can have an idea, but until it's on paper, it becomes a goal and plan. And just, you know, setting realistic deadlines for yourself.
How long have you officially been in business?
Officially been in business for, it'll be 2 years. Okay. About 2 years. And I'm doing catering based and working out of a commercial kitchen, but we're gonna speak a brick and mortar.
Hello.
Into existence,
honey.
Yes.
Get her wing shop. Where it's gonna be, on Melrose? Where it's gonna be? Beverly Hills? Where we gonna be at? Downtown LA? Wherever we wanna be at.
Pop out, get the wings.
Multiple locations? You feel me?
Yes, multiple.
Okay. Like, what are some of the pressures of being a chef? Because I know, like, sometimes when I cook food for other people, like, I love to cook too, and I actually am a pretty good cook. But my main thing is like, oh, is it gonna be good? Like, I hope they like it. You know what I mean? So what are some of, when you're dealing with, especially your celebrity clients who are super picky, what are some of the pressures for you?
Really, it's always, you know, because food is my baby. So you want people to like it. But also I have the confidence in knowing that I cook, I can cook very well. So it's just like.
So you never had a situation where it's like, I don't like it.
Well, everybody's taste bud is different, and if it was that, they would tell me.
But you don't get that often. You don't get that often.
No, I don't get that often. Thank God. But it's just, I wouldn't say the pressure. It's always like, you know, I always ask a lot of questions. I have a questionnaire for all my new clients, so I can, you know, because no two clients are the same. And everyone's taste buds are different. Of course, like if you're feeding the older people, they need a little bit more salt. You know, if you're feeding the younger crowd, you need more filling foods. So it just depends.
And then in LA, I feel like everybody's like, oh, I'm vegan. Oh, I'm healthy. Like, so now you got the healthy stuff, even though you
and that's why I've been getting, you know, well versed in vegan options, because I do have some vegan friends. So I'm well versed when it comes to vegan, when it comes to different, you know, cultures, when it comes to all of that. I've definitely made sure that I'm learning all of it. So regardless of what kind of client that I have, I'm ready.
So who are some of your like bigger clients, and how were you able to get those clients? Was it like word of mouth, or were you like, okay, I'm in LA, I probably gonna run into Tracy Ellis Ross over here? How did you get these clients?
I see Josh in here. What up, Josh? That's a lot of people from Blackish are my current clients.
Whoa, shout out to Blackish.
Right. I love my family. I did it all. I didn't sleep at all when I was working on Blackish. Because on the weekends I was doing business, and during the week I was on Blackish. So it was word of mouth, people seeing my pictures, giving people food on the weekends. It was just a combination of everything. Like, I would reach out to people. I was in people's DMs when I first started. Like, let me get you this little wing plate real quick. Go and try this out. And word of mouth is everything. Word of mouth and social media has been my main two platforms that I've been branding on. And I haven't even really, you know, no commercial yet, no physical building. So I've been blessed to really been successful just from those two things alone.
That's amazing. So what are some of the things that women who want to start their business or who have a business, they need to do to be successful, even if they're not in the catering business, but just business tips, period?
I think definitely knowing what you want, and that goes with writing it out. You know, like the whole structure of the business, whether you're, you know, of course, creating a business plan, and then you have those goals and those structures, and also the people that you might want to be affiliated with, some of the like festivals or events that you can participate in when it comes to the branding. Just really knowing from inside and out, whether it's packaging, whether of course getting a logo, doing professional photo shoots of your product, of yourself, just making sure you have all of those things in order. And
all the branding, that's important.
Your logo, stickers, promotional materials, flyers, how you plan to promote, setting up email accounts, setting up a business account, you know, making sure you have all of that in-house stuff taken care of before you even start moving out further and trying to get clients in when you're still working on in-house things. So making sure you have all of that stuff lined up and in place before you start, you know, moving out and reaching and trying to get clients.
So tell me about like building a team, because I know like as a chef, you're kind of like the one in the kitchen cooking, having the recipes and all that. But sometimes you might have a big party, or you might be doing a festival like Taste of Soul. I know you sold out double time on at Taste of Soul. Shout out to you for that. But
thank you.
How do you like select your team, and what are you looking for in a team, and are you looking for more people?
I am looking for more people, actually.
Hey,
when it comes to finding a team, like, you don't have to know everything, just know a little bit. And I'm willing to work with people with just long as I know you have a passion for it, and I know that you're a hard worker, that you take initiative. You're like, what can I do? Can I do this? Can I do that? You know, those are the type of people that I like to work with, because I know you have a heart and a passion for it, because the energy is definitely important when you're feeding other people. And if your energy is off, I can't have it. I can't, I can't have
like, I can't take the heat. It's too hot up in this kitchen.
Right.
Take it.
Like, why we
gotta
outside?
go.
Why we outside? and that's the crazy part. Like, Chef Al, Chef Steven, Olivia, my assistant Jace, like, those, like, I appreciate them, because Taste of Soul, we have to get there at like 3 o'clock in the morning, unload the truck. When the event doesn't open until 10, we're there all day. We have to start packing up at 9, loading the truck, packing up at 9, and then leaving. So, like, and they rock it out. I appreciate them so much. Like,
hey, somebody said her Taste of Soul wings were great. Okay. I want some wings, but I don't eat meat. Dang, I'm gonna just taste the sauce. Oh, you know, you should make me some buffalo cauliflower.
Cauliflower?
Yeah, with all the different flavors. I like those.
With some garlic noodles.
And some garlic noodles. I'm still missing
some garlic noodles or one of them.
So, do you have any advice that you want to give to Girls on the Grind? Because the reason I do this platform is because I really want to inspire women to follow their dreams and whatever their passion is, to not be afraid, to not take a no for an answer, to not let, the obstacles and the ups and downs stop you. So I really want to give them a little gem or two on just life in general and just, business, because, I talk to a lot of women and from big successful business women to the ones that are like, I'm scared to do it. So, a lot of them just tell me like, oh, I can't do that. I got my kids. Yeah. All of that. So just give me some advice to give them.
Come closer. So, well, not that close. So, if you want to do something and you do it. If you have it in your heart, your soul, you have everything that you need inside of you, and you have the passion to do it, then do it. Don't try to please other people. Don't try to incorporate how you think people. Of course, there constructive criticism. I'm not saying do not take that. I'm not saying that. But a lot of people look at, okay, well, I wonder would they like this, and then you're forgetting your creative, your creativeness in it. So if you want to do it. Just work hard. And you don't have to know everything. I think for me, starting off, I felt like I needed to know everything.
Yeah, or it has to be perfect.
If you need a lawyer, if you need a business person, if you need somebody that's that's well versed in organizing and inventory, and hire them to do that. That way you're not stressing yourself out. You can focus on, for me, my wing sauce, making the wings. And everybody else is part
that's
of
why I said the team is important.
Look, you're as strong as your team. So get you a strong team. Go ahead and build your tribe. People that's passionate, that's gonna rock with you, that's professional, that's gonna make it happen. And y'all just grow and support each other that way, and just do it, and not feel like, not let fear stop you. Let the unknown lock you up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because what you're doing now is preparing you for when we step out of this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if you're not doing, and I'm not saying that everybody has to be productive during this time. Lord knows I needed some sleep, and I needed to be still.
No,
I needed to be still and sleep.
I took a few days to be like, okay, I'm gonna eat all the snacks and watch Netflix really for like a couple of days.
Right. Exactly.
Because sometimes you do need that reset. I know,
you do.
Like,
and this is
for me, like I said, it was just crazy because my life is going to events, and this is my work life, not party life, but going to events, doing events, covering events, talking to celebrities, going in the studio, filming. So, like, now that I can't, I'm kind of like, okay, now really what am I going to do with myself? So, yeah, we just got to be able to roll with the punches and be creative. Like, I took a few days to come up with some new stuff to do when this is all over. So being creative, but then we really do not only need to take a time to reset, but take, because our mental, like you said, you can have the anxiety, you can have the uncertainty. So that's important to not overwhelm yourself. And if you need it, take a rest. Don't let nobody pressure you, because you got to do what's best for you.
Right. Exactly. And use this time to better go back and look at certain things, restructure certain things, plan certain things. Like, using this time is keeping you focused and not sitting in the dark, or sitting in your lonesome or thinking, what am I going to do? Just making sure that you're constantly staying active. And even like, I started creating a routine, getting up in the morning, working out at Living Room Fitness Center. And, just creating stuff so you're not just sitting in the bed, scrolling on the phone, looking at people's Instagram and stuff like that, and time is going by. So you definitely have to make sure that you're focused and trying to, just like making sure that you basically staying focused, not letting fear get in your head, because this, like, everything that you put in here reflects on your actions. So making sure that you definitely don't put negative things or allow negative things in your mind. Just jump up.
That's why you gotta stay. That's why I feel like sometimes you do have to stay busy, because when you have that boredom, then that's when you get to doing too much scrolling or eating too much food, and then you like, well, I was just going to the gym a month ago, and now I'm eating all this food. And so it's like, we do, have to stay focused for sure.
It's definitely, just looking at your routine, some of the things that you do every day, and changing whatever is not feeding into, your goals, or feeding into your soul, or everything that's making you sad, or everything that's like that gets you in that point, just realizing what those triggers are or those things are, and immediately stopping it. Like, okay, so simple things as like doing a task or straightening up something or making your bed, like those little tasks around the house makes a huge difference. Put on some music. Get up and just doing that. You don't have to
move around. It's spring cleaning time. People need to spring clean.
Exactly.
You just need to, clean out your closet, whatever, to stay busy and not just be on the computer all day.
Exactly.
What we need to do to maintain our sanity, okay? I know. I've even taken a walk around the block. I don't ever walk around my neighborhood, ever. So this whole quarantine has been a new experience for me. So how have you been, practicing social distancing, because you are a private chef? So are people calling you still like, hey, can you come to my home? Or are you doing, like you said, the drop off, like, the order that they want and you dropping it off? Don't play with them.
Look.
So
I have been practicing social distancing. And that's why I'm only doing orders on the weekends. So during the week, I'm at home with my OJ, like my probiotics, my ginger, my lemon shots, like all of that. So no, I've been being social distance, practicing social distance. I definitely
how do you feel about Trump saying that we need to get back to work and basically survival of the fittest? Like, we need our economy back. Do you feel like that's a smart move, or do you feel like we should still be sitting in the house a little more longer? Or
I think as a nation we need to work together. I posted something recently about like having certain states on lockdown is like having a peeing section in the swimming
But
pool.
those people gonna feel like, well, we missing out on hot girl summer. You feel me? Like,
and if that's your priority, then
you see how these people have been out here having house parties, some NBA players at a house party.
I just wish more people would take it serious.
Yeah, I know 3 people that got it. Seriously.
I know several people, and I had family that had it. So it's like people just need to take it more serious and not take it serious when it affects them personally. And I think that's just in general. Sometimes people care about situations that affect them personally, but if it doesn't, then they don't care. And that's not how it should be, because at the end of the day, we're all at risk. So I want more people to be, of course, taking it serious and sit down. And I get it. Kevin, shut up.
What is he talking about? Peeing?
When I said having some states on lockdown, some not, is like having a peeing section in the pool. Shut up, Kevin.
Dang.
But like I think what Trump is saying,
I'm kind of torn, because I almost feel like, we could get back to work, but it's too many unknown things. It's like every day is something new. Like, oh, wear a mask. Oh, don't wear a mask. It's gonna make you sick. Oh, it is passed through the air. Oh, it's passed through touching. Wash your hand. But every day is something different. So I'm kind of like, if we don't have a clear-cut answer and solution, is it gonna come about by us staying in the house, or do we need to be out here taking a chance? Because a whole bunch of people die from the flu every year. You know what I mean? A whole bunch of people die from other diseases every year. So it's like people weren't so concerned then. Not saying that they shouldn't have been, but I feel like our bodies, I don't feel like this is something deadly. Like, oh my God, if somebody comes by me, I'm gonna die.
Well, so it's definitely something that's serious. And the fact that it can live on surfaces for 3 days.
But then they say, some people say it's not true. Like, some nurses have said that can't be true.
I believe it because of how fast it's spreading. Because if it's airborne.
But you also, did you hear that some of these numbers are inflated? Some of these numbers are inflated. Some of these people are dying, and they're saying they have COVID-19, and they're dying of other things.
I mean, I don't live in fear, and I don't think people should live in fear, but be informed. But
with the right information, though, because
of course,
information is false.
You can't listen to everything. You can't listen to these blogs. You just need to be informed with the right information. Take the suggestions that are being suggested and put into place, and actually doing them and taking them serious. And I feel like when more people take it serious, the quicker we'll be out of this situation. But continuing to have parties, continuing to, regardless of if you want to wear a mask and gloves, wear it.
Yeah.
Wear it. And if we're all collectively working together, like everyone else has in Spain and Italy and China, working together to get rid of this, then, we can do that. But I definitely think that I wish Trump cared more about people.
You wish he cared more about the people?
Exactly. Like,
I just feel like he knows some stuff that we don't know. I know that they say, in a warmer temperature, it doesn't, it's not going to be able to thrive and survive. So hopefully now that it's getting warmer, that will help. And then, maybe, during the fall, which is another flu season time, then, then it would pick back up. Not saying that we want that to happen, but that's how it happens. The common cold, the flu.
Yeah, but I think
that's what happens.
I still think that it's a serious issue. It's definitely still a serious issue. And I feel like we should definitely, you know, we should definitely, you know, take it serious. But I feel like constantly going back and forth and being overloaded by so much information is just causing chaos. And I feel, unfortunately, you know, a lot of people have lost their jobs. A lot of businesses and restaurants have having to now do delivery only, which is now cut business in half. And it does affect everybody. But that goes back to not sitting at home and worrying and da da da. You know,
and there's a lot of resources out there. I know a lot of people have been complaining, saying that, oh, unemployment people, they're getting the extra $600. If you guys didn't know that, if you are a gig worker, if you are someone who wouldn't normally be qualified for unemployment, you can't apply. Just go to your states, whatever state you're in, to their website to check that out. So they are allowing gig. I don't know if this just in California because it's a lot of
things. I think it's everywhere. I definitely think it's everywhere. And plus with there's a lot of grants too for small businesses. And just businesses alone. There's grants out there as well. So there's a lot of platforms. I wish there were more, of course, because a lot of people, there's the you know, the thin line of what people qualify for.
So someone is asking, Elise McKnight, she's asking, what advice do you give to small business owners to prepare for a time like this? You figured it out too, y'all.
Look, I'm right, because I just figured it out. But I would say during a time like this, picking up a side hustle that's safe is definitely, you know, important. Doing like the small, like I said, like the small business grants, there are a couple. I'll post them on my page after this. That small businesses can apply for. And of course, you know, you never know unless you apply. So you know, the grants and trying to find a small hustle, but using this time, like we were talking about earlier, to reach out to clientele and stuff. You know, everybody's on live now. You just do this, and everybody on live, and people are paying attention to the comments. So plugging that, sending DMs and commenting on stuff like that. Like, it has made a big difference for me within this past month, just from hashtags and DMs and commenting and stuff like that. So just, you know, still building a client base and still having that faith that after this, your business is still going to be going, but you got to do what you need to do in this moment for your business, what you can do, you know.
Exactly. Yes, and there's so many resources out there, guys. Make sure you go to your state government website. Make sure you go to irs.gov. If you haven't gotten your stimulus check, you can check that out. It's a lot. Just Google, and on top of that, use this time to, you know, recharge, reset. You know, maybe just read some new books. Maybe you're not a business owner and you just have a lot of free time. Just do things that's gonna stimulate your mind.
And, you know, being smart and taking those precautions with masks and wearing your gloves and stuff like that when you're going out. You know, just doing what you can, but not falling into the slump. And even if it comes to bills, like, people know we're in the middle of COVID-19, but running from bill collectors or not answering their calls is not making any better.
Yes, that's a very important tip as well. If you do have, you know, some past due bills or whatever, all you have to do is call and let them know you've been affected by COVID-19. You have to say that specifically and let them know that you have been affected. The companies have some kind of, you know, override in place where they can suspend your bill for a certain amount of time. They may charge you interest or whatever the case may be, but at the end of the day, they're not gonna evict you. They're not gonna repo your car. They're not gonna cut off your phone. Well, you probably won't be able to use your credit card, but they're not gonna report you to the credit bureau, I guess.
Right. The important thing is talking to people, not running from it and hiding in your apartment. You know, like you can't live like that. You can't worry, because that's just gonna make situations worse. Just staying faithful. You know, being informed, but not living in fear. And just making sure that you're doing something productive every day that's feeding your soul, that's being something of substance, not just scrolling on Instagram. You know, just doing little stuff like that. And
unless you tune in to our live, you're doing the right thing.
Of course. Of course.
But Okay, so where do you see yourself next? I know you probably have some big plans before this quarantine, but we still gonna push forward with those plans. So what do you have planned for the future of your wing company, your private chef company? I know you want a brick and mortar, but what do you see yourself past that?
I definitely am going to I had planned a pop-up in Nashville. So I was doing a wing tour where I was going around to different cities and setting
that sounds fun. I just wish I ate wings.
I was set up to go to Nashville, which I postponed it, you know, and then COVID happened, so now it's gonna be a full reschedule. But yeah, I'm going to DC, Chicago, Memphis, of course, Atlanta, Nashville, and of course getting my brick and mortar. I'm speaking that. Praise God.
Okay, so where would you do the tour at? Like, would you be doing like an outdoor event, or like how would this tour be?
It'll be at an establishment, like a restaurant that's already established that has the fryers and stuff that I'll need, of course, as well as the space. And it's gonna be a big old block party.
Okay.
Come with some wines and things.
Yeah, that sounds fun. Anything else you want to tell us to look out for? Because I think we're about 3 minutes out.
Oh, that countdown.
No, 2 minutes now. I said 2 minutes. So
let us
know. Shout out to ATL. Shout out to you.
That's my cousin.
In the comments. Let us know where you representing and watching from. Shout out to everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. Chef Mel, let us know what we need to be looking for from you.
For me, look, the Wingz. I'm telling you. And after this, we're gonna have block parties. I'm gonna have some Circle B's imported. Like, we're gonna have some freeze cups. Like, I'm telling you, my first event after
shout out to Memphis. My mama been here, yeah.
What up, mama? Yes, after this, I'm having a block party. So everybody make sure y'all stay tuned. Put your notifications on. We're gonna have wings, freeze cups, pickles. Look.
Okay. All of them hood snacks, okay?
Not the hood snacks.
I need a freeze cup in my life. Well, thank you so much, Melissa, for joining us today. Make sure you tell them where to find you on social media so I can follow you.
You can follow me here, Melnificent Foodie, or you can follow my wing page, Melnificent Wingz with a Z.
All right. Thank you guys for supporting Girls on the Grind. We're going to do this weekly. I'm looking for more women to interview. So if you're interested and you have a business to submit, make sure you email me at info@girlsonthegrind.com. I look forward to hearing your story and sharing your story with my audience. And maybe we can collaborate after quarantine time. Thank you guys so much. And you can follow me. I'm Miss Conversation Piece, MISS Conversation Piece. You can follow Girls on the Grind. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Tag a friend up in here and let them know they need to follow Girls on the Grind. We got 10 more seconds. And I just want to tell you to like some pictures,
New Year's.
comment, subscribe to my YouTube.